What's up, Sneaky Nation? Sneaky P here, back with all the news after Week 14 in our Columbus Aviators franchise, where the Aviators squeaked by the Cleveland Browns to improve to 8-5, but it did not come with loss, as Marcus Mariota went down with a broken collarbone. We will check up on that today, and that drastically is going to change things for this Aviators team. Regardless of what happens with how long he is out, it's definitely going to be for a minimum of a few weeks. He could potentially be gone for the season, or it could be a scenario where if we get to a certain point in the playoffs, he will return. But getting to any point in the playoffs without having him as our quarterback is definitely going to be a challenge. Next up, we have the 7-6 Cincinnati Bengals. This Aviators team has not been good on the road this season, and going up against a team with a winning record in a hostile environment with a young, inexperienced quarterback, whether we go with Patrick or Russell, really does not bode well for this team. Let's go ahead and start scouting around, seeing what we can find here. And I'm a little concerned. We'll check on Mariota's injury here in a little bit. Let's see who we can find scouting. If we can find some late round guys. I don't know. Not really seeing a whole lot. B tackle. That's not great, but or B minus tackle especially. Not seeing a whole lot there. I guess power moves would be nice. See what else. See if I can find anything that kind of stands out a little bit. Hit power's not bad, obviously. But I'm trying to find a guy that can really fill in immediately. Like, I like these guys, but clearly we don't really need a middle linebacker for the time being. That doesn't mean I can't find somebody to, again, move on to the outside. There you go. Look at this. And A, way down here and undrafted. B, hit power. I mean, it's a guy to keep an eye on right there. Could be a late round guy, you know what I mean? A 7th round pick, if nothing else. That could be a steal. I see good power moves. Okay, pursuit. Let's see. Start scouting out some of the corners a little bit. And this guy definitely looks good. I feel like he'd fit our team. Seems pretty solid. Got good size. Fits our scheme. Go down the list. Anybody else down here that kind of stands out? Another zone coverage guy. And those are always the guys that we could potentially move to safety as well, if we so choose. But there are some B plus guys late in the draft, which I always like to see. All right, so let's go figure it out. What is going on with Marcus Mariota? And this is trouble. So 7 weeks, which essentially he's done for the season. He's done for the season because the way it is we have 3 games left, and then there's 4 playoff weeks. That's all 7. He's done. It doesn't matter if we get to the Super Bowl. He is gone. So, at this point, it comes down to Russell or Patrick. You know, throughout the preseason, we decided to roll with Patrick as our backup. He went down with an injury. Russell played okay in the meantime, but you know, you see the flaws with Russell's game. That interception he had last week, it was nowhere near any receiver. It was just a terrible throw. But it's something that Patrick is prone to doing as well. So let's check the stats, kind of see what we want to do here. Because this is going to be an incredibly important decision. So throw power, Russell has the better throw power between the two here. Short throw accuracy, Patrick up by 2. Medium throw accuracy, which is essential to this team, up 5. And then Patrick has better deep accuracy. But the issue with that is, even though he has the best deep throw accuracy, even above Marcus Mariota, is he doesn't really have a good arm. Like, his throw might be good, but how far can he really throw it with only 84 throw power? So that's something to consider. Now, his throw on the run is 90, and this is where Patrick might be a better option. He kind of mirrors Marcus Mariota a little bit more than Russell does. He's a speed quarterback, a guy that can make plays with his feet. He's got 84 speed. Russell's not going to be running the ball. Now, while we don't run a whole lot with Mariota for, ironically, the purpose of trying to avoid an injury, we do move outside of the pocket quite frequently. And I don't know how quickly Russell's going to be able to get out of the pocket to make a throw. He's more of a pocket guy. Patrick, on the other hand, could kind of move around a little bit and extend plays with his legs. And that's something that we're going to have to consider. Ultimately, though, Russell has that medium throw accuracy that kind of intrigues me a little bit more. He's got more of an arm. And when we have burners like Russell, or geez, when we have burners like, you know, Harden and Sutton out there, getting the ball down the field is going to be important. I don't know that XxSnEaKyPxx, even though his throw might be a little more accurate, I don't know if he has the strength to make it happen. Ultimately, what I think we're going to do is we're going to start off with Russell. And if we are feeling like things are not going his way, we have no problem switching it up to XxSnEaKyPxx mid-game, if that's what has to happen. It might depend on what they're doing. If they're blitzing us a whole lot and Russell's getting swamped in the pocket, at that point maybe we'll bring in Patrick. It could be either guy right now, guys. Either guy can really take over this team. We're going to give Russell the first stab at it because he does have some experience this season, whereas Patrick's, you know, he's been hurt for the first half of the year. By the time we got him back, you know, we didn't really have an injury, and then Russell's been playing okay. I wouldn't say good. But we're going to give Russell the reins to start. Again, anything could bring XxSnEaKyPxx into this game, though. But we have our backs against the wall now. You know, the Jaguars are still right on our heels. We have another game coming up against them next week. And, you know, it's going to get really challenging right now for the Aviators. Missing out their starting quarterback is definitely going to be a huge drop-off for us. Russell Wilson, 19 of 26, 5 passing touchdowns for him. Brown with 11 tackles, a sack, and 2 interceptions. CJ Mosley, 11 tackles and an interception. And Rivers, 27 to 38, 4 passing touchdowns for him. Let's go check out the injury report for the Bengals, see what they're going up against. And it happened against the Browns team that was missing their starting quarterback, weird enough. So let's see what the Bengals are working with, and that's just, it stings to see. Oh my gosh, 48 weeks, 37 weeks. Those Achilles tears, man. Wow. And then Kenny Phillips is out too. So missing 2 defenders, 1 offensive guy. That guy probably a backup. Addison might be a starter for them. I don't know. I don't know about Phillips either. We'll check out their depth chart here. But it's about to get real for the Columbus Aviators, you know. And that probably dooms us this season, unfortunately. But it's the reality of the NFL. It happens. Andy Dalton, 81 overall. A.J. McCarron still going to be his backup here. Jeremy Hill and LeGarrette Blount. No Giovanni Bernard. Hewitt going to be at fullback. At wide receiver, A.J. Green. Kyron Cosby, the second-year pro from Michigan State. Aaron Dobson. Alan Hearns coming over. And Jeremy Curley. At tight end, they got Tyler Eifert and Tyler Croft. Left tackle, Corey Sam, a rookie here. Left guard, Bowling. At center, Bodine out of North Carolina. Devi is going to be at right guard, and then Andre Smith at right tackle for them. Carlos Dunlap still with the Bengals. Geno Atkins, his mate on the other side of the line. Star Lotulelei. We saw that he was a free agent, and that is a big-time signing here for the Bengals. Putting him next to Geno Atkins is huge. Their defensive line is pretty solid, and then they bring in Nigel Bradham. An experienced guy now, definitely a guy capable of making some plays. Ray Maluga, a guy I like a whole lot, going to be at that middle linebacker spot. And then Burfict at the right outside linebacker, another guy that can make plays, lay big-time hits. Jonathan Joseph and Denard at corner with Timothy Brandon, a 79 overall rookie, and then Tremaine McBride, a former Titan. Another rookie here at free safety, and that is because of the injury to Kenny Phillips here. So they're going to be rolling with Deontay Neely out of William & Mary, a 67 overall. Their strong safety, Stanley Cunningham, a second-year pro, 87 overall. So a lot of talent on this defense, a lot of younger players that are capable. I mean, this could be one of the most dominant defenses in the NFL in a few years. Just looking through, all their great players are really not all that old. They have a lot of younger guys that they can mold into stars. And this could be a dangerous team. You know, that defense is not going to be easy, especially for a guy like Tyson Russell. It's going to be interesting to see how things play out for the rest of this season. The Aviators are kind of in trouble now. We're really going to need to see Harden and Sutton step up their game big time. Even Bishop Sankey, we need to see more from him. He's looking for a new contract, but he's really going to have to up his game. Everybody on the offense is going to have to step it up to hopefully fill the void as much as they can with Marcus Mariota out. But that is going to be it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Please smash that like button if you did. And I'll see you guys in Week 15 as we take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Later.